Razzle dazzle, razzle dazzle them.
Did did you know? I was googling this morning. Do you know that there's a band named Rasmus?
Yeah, actually I do. Why do I know that? And it's a pretty famous band too. It's not like, just like a little garage band. It's a pretty big.
These guys
and
aren't chumps.
Yeah, exactly. And then I think there's also, I think there's an actor too. It's just a good name. That's why.
Is that like is it the Ryan of Denmark?
Yeah, I would say so. Actually, a friend of mine just had a baby yesterday, and he asked for recommendations, and I gave him like a good list of options of variants from Rasmus, like RAZZLE, DAZZLE, Rasmus, Ras with C's, Ras with S. There's so many good variants you can do off that name. This is a really good name.
So, but your brother's name is Magnus?
Correct.
Is Magnus like the Mike of Denmark? What's going on here?
Yeah.
I'm trying to get some context.
Yeah, it is basically. It's Mike from similar to Mike and Ryan from US. Yeah, I would say so.
Is everybody in Denmark named Rasmus or Magnus? Is that it? Those are two options you get?
Yeah, probably about 90%.
I feel like everybody in Mexico's name's Jose or Carlos. Those are it. That's it.
Yeah, I mean that's facts.
Basically.
Yeah.
And where are you right now? Because I see this worldly map behind you, and
in San Diego.
I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna be there tomorrow. Are you ready to start team camp?
I never know with you, but yeah, if you say so, yeah, and I'll be.
What do you mean you never know with me?
No, you're pretty consistent. Yeah, let's do it. What are we doing?
Well, I mean, I think you and I me, Cole, are getting together tomorrow. We're gonna get some training in, and then I think on Thursday, the first like full-time team training. I think Matt lands at 8:00, and we're basically gonna pick him up and take him straight to the kids' camp
on Thursday.
On Thursday, because that's the gym that we usually go to. Apex doesn't close until like 11:00. And that's probably when the best kids come in, like the ones that like dress up like Batman and stuff. That's the ones we really want to be training with.
Wait, so we're picking him up at 8 p.m. from the airport. We're driving to Apex. That's the one. Is that the one up in Vista? Or is that the one in San Diego?
The one that we've gone to a bunch of times.
Okay,
in San Diego.
So that's only like 20-minute drive. Okay, so we'll be there at like 8:30 and 9. Okay.
And then I say we go straight to the bar. We just cut the edge off. We all get wasted.
Sounds good to me.
Pull the trigger before we leave so we can cleanse the palate. And then we train hard Thursday. I say Thursday we go to the battle bunker course. We've got a lot of stuff going on. And then Friday we go to the battle bunker course. Saturday we're coming up here and spending a couple days. And basically we'll go to the same kids camp. We'll do some mountain adventures outside of the house. We should probably get a worm. You
can bring it with us, yeah.
We can do that. We've got a worm out here too, but if you have a worm, we can just do the workouts here at the house. That'd be awesome.
You did it yesterday. We had Cole on a worm yesterday.
How did you do?
Oh, fantastic. That guy's just an athlete. He just always adapts and figure out a way.
I like Cole Daddy.
Yeah.
So I was doing some Googling about you, and I don't really know how to bring this up, but would you mind just Googling Rasmus Andersen real quick?
Is that short for Rasmussen? Or Rasputin?
No, but you know what? Like that's what everyone calls me though. Like, okay, so I'll give you that. Like the problem with this name is that everyone gets it like wrong, and it's not like it doesn't bother me at all. But the problem is like that when it gets it wrong on the social security number, like I still to this date have been battling with American Express for 10 years to get my my credit score fixed because they spelled my last name wrong. So Rasmussen is a very common version of it that people will get wrong, but it's not. Okay, what am I seeing here? I'm seeing the.
Can you Google it, Ryan, and bring it up on the screen?
Yep. What full name am I Googling here?
RASMUS and then Andersen. So ANDERSEN.
SSON?
SEN. That's exactly the actor I'm talking about right there. He pops up.
Yeah, he was your.
People don't get that.
Google searches. Do you mean this?
Yeah, bring it up. I need to have some context here because we really need to have a conversation, Ras. After doing some Googling.
Yeah. Who called me out on the name the other day? One of your friends were like,
they thought you were a faker?
Are you a Swedish ice hockey player?
No. Type in Rasmus Andersen.
I did.
Just CrossFit.
All right. All right.
Let's see. There was also I have a good story when I met Lauren. Like Lauren's her grandma, she wasn't super stoked about like Lauren dating like a foreigner. So like she could never get my name wrong. And the first time she was like she would call me like Scott. Like that was me. And he was like, what's his name again? And then like Lauren's mom
Didn't
was
like that you were dating a foreigner. I like this story already.
oh no,
All right,
she's very much
images. Go to images. Ryan,
Big dog. All right.
is there a delay on the screen here? There you go. There you go.
Yes.
Okay, let's go to picture 2.
This guy.
Raz, what the fuck, man?
Yeah, that's a lot of Photoshop. It took me a long time to put that picture together.
Dude, we're training with Raz like 3.0. Raz right now is thick. He's thick and powerful, but who is this guy? Who's this?
That's what I look like right now. If I took my shirt off right now, that's what I
Who's
look
this GQ model?
GQ model Rasmussen.
This men's health cover model. And
Okay.
what's going on? Raz, you didn't want to tell me about this?
Vice
I mean,
spec.
look at all these pictures. I mean, look at the one with you carrying the kettlebells. I mean,
oh, that was pretty good too.
You're shredded.
I was pretty jacked here, but I would say that's pretty much what I am right now, though. I'm not far off. Maybe a couple pounds at the most.
Okay, let's leave it at that. Let's leave it at that. I'm just a little bit confused.
Okay, specifically, okay, that. So
look
that
at
one
the
right
size
there,
of your chest in this.
That year I was really lean. Like that. Like there was like that was 2000. That's 2016 right there. The first one you showed was 2018. That's when I had a pretty good year at CrossFit Games. And then the other one with the deadlift, the one over to the right with the blue shorts. That was the lightest I've ever been. That was 2000 and I want to say that's 2015, and I was 205, and that was too light for me. Like that, I did not feel good at that.
Too light.
Yeah.
Let's just get some stats up here.
Mm-hmm.
You've won the affiliate cup, I think, in 2013.
14.
Yeah. And then you guys were on a podium again?
In 19, yes.
Okay, so only a handful of years ago. And then you took 6th in the CrossFit Open in 2015.
Did I? Yeah, that was it was a good open, yeah.
And then you took 8th as an individual at the CrossFit Games. Stats-wise, these are all crazy. These are all crazy, crazy good stats. And when you go to the CrossFit Open, I think in 2015, there was like 300,000 people that competed.
That was a good year. I think I was the highest person, like highest ranked open athlete that year to not qualify for the games. That's a record I hold too.
Okay, that's cool. How the heck? What happened to that version of Rasmus?
He just missed out on a lot of good food for like 10 years. And when 2020 came, he just decided to go nuts. So he stopped training and eating ice cream basically. And then like that kind of like backfired real quick.
All right, I don't want to put the cart before the horse here. So we're just going to have this conversation. We're going to skin the cat on all this stuff. So you're from Denmark, born and raised. You were born there. Clearly, you were destined for greatness. Give us just paint a picture for us. What is Denmark like? Because if I paint a picture, I close my eyes. I say Malibu has these rolling hills coming down into the ocean. It's pristine, and there's palm trees and beaches and bays and seagulls. What's the picture you're painting for us?
Let me see. Let me try to close my eyes. Flat.
Yes.
Cold. A lot of rain. Cold. Did I say rain too? Yeah.
A lot of rain.
No. No. I honestly, I like Denmark is a beautiful country. It's very different, obviously, different culture. It's very, very nice. Like in the summer, it's very small. Like we have 6 million people, less than 6 million people in Denmark. So like we're the size of like half of San Diego or something like that.
Really?
Might be getting the stats wrong there, but yeah, we're trying to we're less than 6 million people. I haven't checked latest, but that's about the ballpark. So small country. It's very we've got 4 seasons. We're a very flat country. People think we're next to Norway and Sweden, so we're really good at skiing and stuff like that. But the reality is it's completely flat. We have no hills, barely any hills.
5.8 million.
Yep, sounds right. Thank you. So it's beautiful, very beautiful, green, but red, white in the winter, green in the summer. I really like it. It's beautiful.
Give me an example. Let's hit some stats here. What would you say that Denmark is best known for? Like what are some of the key parts? Like if you're you're like, oh, like United States is known for being like, the biggest, baddest country in the world. Like, what's Denmark's thing?
We got really good hot dogs, like good sausages. That's really nice.
Nice.
Got really good ice cream. That's just an amazing combo right there. Hot dog and ice cream after.
What about the Little Mermaid statue? A quick Google search says Denmark is most known for the Little Mermaid statue and for being the happiest nation worldwide.
Is it?
Yeah, the happiest country. Yeah, for like multiple years.
Which is so odd because you'd think that being up in places like that, the people would be less happy. But Raz, every time we do anything, has the best attitude.
Oh, that's true. But thank you. But real quick, let's talk about the mermaid. That one is probably the most overrated thing we have. That's probably one thing I'm a little embarrassed about in actual Denmark. That don't go to Denmark to see that one. If you miss that one, it's okay.
That's a tourist trap.
Yeah.
Do you guys want to know what Denmark's greatest exports are? If you had to guess top 3, what are they?
Can I guess too?
Yeah, go for it. You go.
Oh, I thought it was meant to like people listening. I would say, oh shit, this is going to be really bad. Actually, I shouldn't.
It's kind of sad.
Pork.
Wow. Okay.
I want to say we're exporting a lot of milk and cheese, but I could be wrong about that. Like maybe some corn. I don't know. Okay, I lost. Let's just stick to the pork and pretend I'm smart.
You crushed, dude. The number 1 export for you guys is pig's meat, pork, 2.64 billion. The second one is iron structures. I don't know what that means, but 1.29 billion.
Like wind turbines.
Yeah, crude petroleum, and then the fourth one, which should be kind of the first one, also is just pigs. Like they don't chop the pigs up; they just give the pigs away.
What can I say? We like our bacon.
What the heck? So are you saying that every person has a couple pigs in their backyard? Is that what I should be expecting up there?
Yeah, we do. We love our pigs. I'm not honestly. I'm not serious. There's city. Obviously, we have Copenhagen. It's the capital of Denmark. There's a lot of city and there. But other than that, we have a lot of just smaller towns. And there is a lot of pigs. There really are. I mean, I grew up with like pigs across from my house. So yeah. Yeah, we'll pet them. My friend had a pig for as his pet. Yeah,
the little teacup pigs.
This has got to be. I think this is going to be my favorite conversation we've had to date. This podcast so far has already won my heart and soul. So
yeah, it was a black pig with white dog. It was quite sad when it died. Anyway, sorry.
This is very cute. So you come together. You've got this great nation of happiness and pigs. Maybe they're commingled. There's something going on here. Maybe we should consider that here in the States.
Yep.
There's a certain point where a man starts to blossom and he's like, I want to go take on the world. And, I can't. Was it the arc of CrossFit that brought you out to California? Or was it just this kind of thing where you're just a Danish boy and you're like, I would love to go to America?
My English was way worse than that, by the way. That was when I moved here, that was like half of that. It was so bad. No, I was in the, a little bit of both. I was in a little bit of that and a little bit of I was in the military. I was in the Royal Navy lifeguard. This is the one with a big hat. That would actually almost be fun if you pulled up a picture of that, because that's also embarrassing. So that's the one to stand in front of the Queen's Palace and you just stand still and people come take pictures of you. So that was rather just frustrating when you're standing there in rain. It's just you're standing out there with your gun and you're just looking out in the middle of nowhere and it's 3 a.m. in the morning and it's pitch black and no one's there.
This is my life.
But you were one of the guards that people would try to go up and crack jokes to get the
that's exactly what. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, the amount of Japanese or Asians would say I gotta be a little careful not offending anyone, but I imagine I would be sitting in a couple million albums or picture frames in Asia somewhere, just people taking pictures. So yes, that's what I did for a long time, and it got me to a point where I needed to do something different. So yeah, I think I made a decision at 3 a.m. in the morning one morning as I was walking out in the middle of the rain and just hating life a little bit, not so happy at that point, to say, hey, I gotta get out of here. So yeah, I signed up for a language school in America in 2013 to kind of combine traveling with also CrossFit, and then picked San Diego because I knew there was a good CrossFit gym there.
You came to America for the gyms, learned English on the way.
Yeah, basically. Yep.
Yeah.
It was a language school. I signed up. Like you had to sign up for a language school. Like if you don't have a reason, like you could only get 90 days on a ESTA visa, like a visa, like a tourist visa, essentially. So I had to sign up for language school, and I can give me 6 months on a visa.
So that's the loophole.
There's lots of loopholes. There's also this loophole where you go to Mexico, you take under a fence, and then you can basically stay forever. But I didn't get to that one. I just took the little easier route.
No. So can you bring up one of those pictures? I want people to really be able to see what Rasmus looked like, because I just Googled the image, and that's
military Royal Guard.
It will be the Royal Navy Lifeguard, Denmark.
It's ridiculous. Do you still have your hat?
Oh no, you don't get to keep that. Are you kidding me?
What?
That is like state property, right? We don't get to keep anything. I actually had really big issues when I was in there, because you have to have on your pants, you have to have these press folds on the front you can visibly see, and on the back. So you have to have
thick thighs.
Yeah. So it was a big problem when I would do it in the morning. I would put them on, but because my thighs were so thick and they weren't custom made to me, then like my thighs would take out the whole space in the pant and make them flat. So whenever we would show up for like, in the morning for whatever it's like checkup, they would like call me out on not having these press folds, and I would actually get
damn you, Rasmus, with your thick thighs.
Literally what happened. Yeah. It became a little bit of
so they put you in the back. They're like, Rasmus with his chunky thighs needs to be in the back.
Yep, that's basically what happened. The only good thing that kind of like they were starting to cut me a little bit of slack towards the end of it, because they realized I was like pretty serious about training. So they started to get a little bit nicer towards the end, but in the beginning, when they had no idea, man, they're pretty rough on me.
You may be at this point considered to be Denmark's greatest export, because I'm trying to think of. Give me some examples of some other famous Danish athletes.
I mean, I wouldn't disagree. I'm pretty sure the other 6 million people in Denmark wouldn't agree, but we have a lot. Like, okay, for being a small country, we're actually doing pretty well in sport. We just like you wouldn't know this sport, but handball, like that's
handball savage.
Yeah, we just won the world championship like a couple of weeks ago. We've been pretty consistent on doing really well in that. Badminton, really good. We're just good at different sports than over here. Like we don't know how to play baseball. We don't know how to play American football and stuff like that. But
you guys are really good at shuttlecock.
Yeah, you're really good at that. I think we're the undefeated world champion for 10 years.
You know, it's so weird. Like Norway, such a tiny country, they are dominating sports right now. For some reason, that belt of nations up there, Finland was taking on like all of the best track and field scores for a while. They were the best, track and field throwers. For some reason, you guys are just up there putting in the work. And then the Icelandic and CrossFit and strongman, they're just champions. So something's going on either in the water or something at like the longitude, latitude lines up there just changes. Maybe it's the magnetic frequency of the planet, but you guys are tough.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. There really is some truth to it. I want to think it's more like culture. I think that's $1 million question right there, though. But I think it lays a little bit in the culture. Probably a mix of everything, really. But I think the culture is just like very different from over here.
I mean, give me an example. I bet you, I feel like the United States is just always like one sentence flowing into the next one of bitching about current situations. Oh, I don't like about this law. I don't like about this opportunity. I don't like, these people are suppressed and these people have something going on. I don't like the president, and then into the next election and wave through. I feel like when I go into other countries, like I don't hear you guys complain about almost anything. It just seems to be just like, okay.
Yeah, I really think it is. Like, I don't know. And I don't know what it is. I wasn't expecting us to talk about politics, but like, that is so true though. Like, it really is.
It doesn't have to be about politics by any means. I'm just saying, like, it doesn't seem like you guys, like, I travel a fair amount for work, and
it is strange. It really is strange, right? Like, because it does feel like that over here. Like, okay, granted, I think I was 19 when I left, right? So like, I never really was like, it was still in my I was like, at that point, I was still a kid. So like, I hadn't really seen the world in Denmark, maybe as an adult really at that point. But we never really do complain about that stuff. It's just, we're very like, just okay with the situation. And I mean, really, we are happy with it. So like when we've been saying we're the happiest country, like, and like Norway and Sweden, by the way, are ranking really high. Like all the Scandinavian countries are ranking really high in this like happiness. And like, you can say that's kind of a bullshit scale or whatever they're ranking it based off of. But there is some truth to that we are generally speaking a pretty happy country in the sense that we don't complain about things. And it is true over here. There's just a constant state of always something being wrong, whether it's the government or tax. There's just always something that like people complain about. It really is true, and I do think there is something to that as well. Don't know exactly what it is, but I think you're right.
Can I ask
think
you,
when you
for general days of work, let's say you don't go into the CrossFit field, how many banker holidays or how many vacations are you getting? Because I think compared to America, I think that's kind of the might be a separating factor of what scales that level of happiness is the amount of national holidays that you all get.
your work-life relationship is a lot more balanced, probably.
Much more. Oh yeah, I don't know exactly the days off, but like, yeah, I mean, we get much more. Maybe maternity leave is another good example. Like the amount of maternity leave.
You also get paternity leave, dude. Like if you guys had a kid, you get time off.
Oh, like a mandatory time off. Like my brother just had a kid, and I forget exactly how long, but he has to take time off. Like he literally like is forced time off. So yeah, if you're female, in your mid-20s, whatever, and decide to have like 8 kids, you could take the next about 10 years off, literally not work and get paid. So
Really?
yeah, another loophole. I think Sweden has even longer maternity leave. If you go to like Sweden, you can literally
Looks like I know where I'm getting married.
Yeah, I mean that's literally what it is. Can you imagine
So
hiring a new
MRS,
and then she's just for the next 10 years like not working?
I'd hire him.
I think it's not that simple, and I'm sure people I'm like, what is this guy talking about? But there is some truth to that. You have very long maternity leave, and yeah.
So you get out of this incredibly amazing place where there's tons of magical pigs and furry hats and pants that are so form fitted to your thighs that it's impossible to keep the line straight. And this sounds like a fantasy land. I don't know why you'd want to leave it, but now you're taking me through this arc where you come across the globe. San Diego. Why San Diego?
Well, so like, I mean, obviously, it had to be a place that was good weather. As I said, I made this decision 3 a.m. in the morning, and it was pouring rain. I was cold and freezing, so like, it had to be warm. So that kind of eliminates a lot of countries right there. Like, I was like, it has to be warmer year round. So, like, kind of honestly, like, and I'd been to California in 2010 with my family. We had done like a road trip. It's really nice. And I wanted to go back. It was a very nice trip. So I knew I wanted to go back to California because of the good weather, and it was a good place. It was very interesting to me. So I was in between San Francisco and San Diego. San Francisco because there was CrossFit San Francisco, and there were some good names up there at that point in time. At this point in time, like they're all OGs, and I think most of them are out of the CrossFit space. And then there was the San Diego with CrossFit Invictus that also had really good athletes. At that point, there was Josh Bridges was training there, Lauren was there. So like I'd already I'd seen like some names that I just wanted to come train with, and that's why I picked San Diego.
Did you see Lauren on Instagram? You're like, I gotta go.
Dude, this is pre-Instagram. I think I don't think Lauren had an Instagram account back in 2013. I want to say she started hers in 14. So this is this is back when you actually had to go www.crossfitinvictus.com, and you go to that website and I'll just take a look at it. Seems like so long ago now, but no, it was just on a website. I didn't do necessarily a deep dive. It was just, but I did actually, I came across Lauren. Long story short.
There you go. Did you know that you were talented, by the way? Like, did you know that you had the chance to be a superstar, or were you just like blindly going on passion?
Passion, 100%. I had competed.
Did you care if you never got to be the point where you were going to be good, or did you care a lot?
Well, I mean, I went because I wanted to do, like, I wanted to get it, like, just live somewhere else. And like, so like the main reason was not necessarily, CrossFit was definitely a really big part of it. And I was at that point getting a lot better. And I was starting to like, it was also, I mean, I was young. So like, I was hitting kind of like the stage of my life where I was like, I don't know, hormones were starting to get better. It's just, I'd lost some weight. So like, I was in a transition in my life, I think, where like things were just lining up to become better. And yeah, at that point, I think I had done pretty well, but no, my intention, I should say, was never to go to San Diego and then try to qualify for the CrossFit Games. That was still a very foreign thing to me. So that never really crossed my mind.
It's so interesting how somebody, like, I feel like you're the kind of guy, from the limited time that I know you, you just show up and do everything and you allow it to happen. And you don't seem to take stuff too seriously, but you always end up to be in pretty serious positions. Like, you end up in the CrossFit Games, you end up getting invited to this Dubai championship, you will just go do an Ironman. Like, they're all serious situations but you're not taking it that seriously, and you do well in almost everything.
I don't know if I do well, but thank you.
I mean, it's hard to say you didn't do well, dude. I just read off your stats. You took 6th in
Right,
the
thank you.
Open,
Yeah,
8th
CrossFit's
as an
done well.
individual. You won the affiliate cup. You took 3rd in 2019. Like, I'm a big believer. I've been competing for over a decade now, and I know so well. Like, one of the best things that I considered myself to be at is watching people and
Mhm.
knowing which ones I have to pay attention to compete against. And basically, there's the people that come in like a firecracker, like, the ones that, like, you just light it and it makes this big explosion and everybody will pay attention, but then it's done. You can't light that thing again. Those are those rookie year like people that like come in, crush it, and show up at the CrossFit games and just like dominate and stumble their way onto the podium or top 10. And then the next 5 years, no one ever hears from them again. But somebody like you, like, maybe you weren't directly on target every single time, but you're always right around the bullseye. You 6th, 8th, like, yeah, you didn't win the CrossFit games, but you're basically like a repeat offender. Like, you're good.
Yeah, no, I had some good years. I must have been really lucky. No, I think I'm a good competitor. I don't always think my cards necessarily are the best. I just think I happen to take full advantage of what I have. And I think I'm good at
Thick
that.
guys.
Thick
Thick guys.
Guys save lives.
I see that you saying that as a compliment, but that is let's just talk about that. They are large. They are very large thighs, but they are not strong. So it's like I get like here's like they are way like I don't if I were to guess how much my thighs are, I'm just looking at them right now. If you take the chunk from my hip to my knee and just put it on a scale, I would say that guy right there to the right is probably like a good 30 pounds at least, probably like a 40 pounder.
I was about to say a 40-pound dumbbell was my guess.
So like I just sit with like 2 40-pound dumbbells and they're weak. They can't squat. They can't do anything. So like I'm a heavy guy. I don't know. Long story short, I don't think I was always blessed with the best genetics when it comes to that stuff.
You know what's funny? My genetics are completely built differently. I have very skinny legs and then I have really big butt cheeks. I've got no thighs. If you put both of my thighs together, it would be one of your thighs. I've got embarrassingly tiny legs.
Well, I got embarrassing big legs, and they're like just weak. Anyway, can you imagine they're strong? Oh god.
Yeah, that's why we're a good match. Have you seen the what's it? They call him Quadzilla. He's the track cyclist.
Yes.
That might be your sport, dude.
Yeah, I was actually thinking. I do have a good power output. I was thinking about for a long time to do like the indoor cycling. You know what you do, like the circling?
Palindrome?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's what I'm talking about.
That will be fun. Yeah.
So, what would you say is the difference between you and the average CrossFitter? Because I'm going to give you my synopsis afterwards, but like, there's something different. Something has to be there's an X factor. There's like this, there's this extra factor that you must have, because on paper, like, you're not the strongest person. You're not the fastest person. You're not the tallest. You're not the shortest. You're not like, there's not anything. If you just like look at you, you'd be like, yeah, that guy's definitely going to go to CrossFit games. What was your X factor?
Well, I think it was like, well, as I said, like, I think I'm a good competitor. So I think I somehow managed to extract like the full potential. I think a lot of people don't do that. I think we talked about it the other day, like how people sometimes they can show up in practice, but don't always know how to put the cards together when it comes for real-time competition. So I think that's one thing, like utilizing your full potential. I think I'm from a generation in CrossFit where like I'm probably right in between like these two different generations where like I came from a time where you could still, even without talent, you could make it work. Like you could make it really far in CrossFit by working really hard, simply because like it's just a new sport. Then there was a generation before me. I mean, that was all about like who had done like prior sports and like who's willing to put into work. Because I was not like at that point in time, you didn't even know who was like, what is the right genetics for like to be a good CrossFitter. Now, like nowadays, it's different. Like now, like people growing up, like there's like certain portions. Like it's just the margins becoming much smaller nowadays to be a good athlete. So I think I'm from a time where like if you were willing to put in the work, you could make it pretty far. So I think the combination of I was willing to put in a lot of work and time into my training, and then combining with also being able to extract like my full potential whenever I would go compete. I think those two were X factors, whatever you want to call that, the factors that maybe like help me out.
Was it a honed craft or were you born with it?
I'm probably born with it, actually. I do believe some of that becomes like that you're born with that or not. I think it can be trained, but I think that is one thing that I think actually when it comes to CrossFit, in my opinion, like I do think like CrossFit is turning out to be this like 80%, whatever, 75%, 80% mental. Like you just have to have mental, not, I don't know if mental toughness is the right word, but you got to be able to like just push through when other people don't want to do that. And I guess you can say mental toughness. I just don't really always like that word, but it's a lot like there's a lot of it is just like the willingness to push through. I think a lot of people, like vast majority, will get to the point where things start to hurt and then they'll stop. I'm sure you're well aware of that as well. So like it's just like the difference between the person that gets to that point where it starts to hurt and stops versus the person that can keep going for another couple of minutes and push it like the boundary a little bit further. I think that's the difference.
So, Raz, when you were growing up, you said you wanted to come to America because CrossFit was interesting to you. So, were you deadlifting and doing all these compound lifts and Olympic style lifts, and then you stumbled across it, and you're like, "Damn, America has that. I'm doing this every day. Might as well go try it."
Yeah, I mean, like back then, Europe, like, and the rest of the world caught up a lot, but like back then, like CrossFit was really like it was blowing up in America versus like in Europe. It was still tiny over where I was from. So it really was the only place that it made sense for me. Like there's, like I said, like Europe was catching on at that time and starting to like get bigger, but there was really just one place to be. And that was in the US. And that point in time, I was doing CrossFit. So I was training everything and I was looking at my times, comparing it to people like typically from the US. And I was like, oh, okay, like I can get closer and closer. I can hang some time. So yeah, it just made sense to go to the US. And I was practicing all that already.
I think the thing that changed my life was my brothers. I got the shit beaten out of me so often.
Yeah. Are you the youngest or older? Where are you at on that?
I'm the youngest of three.
Oh yeah, you would get beat up then.
And I had no opportunities other than to be more clever, conniving, and just, I don't know, agile about whatever experience we're in. Because we play a lot of paintball, fist fighting, rock fights, BB gun fights, you know, pools. Dude, I had such a fear of water for the longest time because my brothers would just drag me to the bottom of the pool. And
that's the way you learn. But honestly, though, that's funny you say that. I can resonate because I'm the oldest of two, and I'm probably the one beating up the younger one. But my wife, Lauren, she says the same thing. She's the youngest. Like she has three older brothers, youngest of the siblings, and she's saying the same thing, that like her journey, like to become who she is today, is the same thing as you're saying. Like that was brothers beating. Maybe not beating her. I'm being a little rough in the word there, but but growing up,
it doesn't matter. I mean, it's just like, you know, pressure forms diamonds. It doesn't have to be physical pressure. It can just be kind of pushing somebody and getting them going. Yeah. So we found out that you basically have gone through two lives. There's Rasmus 2019 and before, and then there's current Rasmus. I'm actually more interested in current Rasmus because you seem to be like the most interesting man in the world. Every time I sit down with you, there's something new going on. You're like, oh, well, you know, I've got this like car rental thing, and I've got this rental over here, and then I've got, you know, my office, and then I've got gym timers, and then we have Grown Strong, and then I've got this other thing that I'm working on. And I'm like, how many things how many facets of your life do you have? Jury duty, you are the most fascinating man in San Diego, at least.
I think I have a problem where I get too excited real quick. Like if you were like, hey, Rast, I think we should do this. I have this problem where I just get really excited about it and like we'll go all in. And that it's a double-edged sword because it can be a good one sometimes, but man, it could backfire all of a sudden when you just like, holy crap, I got myself real deep into a lot of things right now. And that's what I find myself in sometimes. But like, I enjoy it. Like, the thing is, like, I enjoy doing stuff. Like, I love doing new things, explore. Like, probably like the new version of me enjoys business more now. So now it's like a lot of it is based around that. But it's based around having fun, really. Like, I want to do things that I enjoy. So yeah, I want to go to North Korea with you, do a marathon, and I want to go to Mount Everest next year.
He keeps on trying to convince me to go do a marathon in North Korea. Listen, you and I can link up. You can join the club. We've already got Kyle. And if you want to be the newest member of the team, we just go find the craziest shit that we can do and we go. North Korea is maybe the bottom of the totem pole because I just don't know what else we're gonna do once we're done running.
But you can't do anything. You're stuck in
No.
your hotel room.
Go back to
But
your
that's what
hotel
I'm
room and sit.
That's what I'm saying.
I-
It's like,
I
you should
wouldn't
sit
touch-
down until you get on your flight. I'm like,
You might be able to do a little bit of sightseeing, but you'll be guided tours through all the fake cities, and I kind of want to see that. I just want to explore it.
it's just cardboard cities. They're like, oh, North Korea is so amazing.
I think it is.
They're probably listening to this right now, so be careful.
Yeah, you're right.
Think back to that movie, The Interview, to where it's like it looks like it's a full produce shop, but really it's just a facade.
I've heard like over in South Korea, like the border, like between North and South, like North Korea and South Korea, like I heard like the border in North Korea, they lighted it up like so it's a whole. They put a little fake city. So when you look from South Korea to North Korea, you're looking at a fake city with like beautiful houses and stuff like that. I don't know if this is true or not, but they literally put up a fake city to display that North Korea is an amazing place when you look at it from the South. And then beyond that is just it's pretty terrifying, I guess.
We could call Tyler, my buddy over there. He's a helicopter pilot over there for right now for the U.S. military, and he's been there for 2 years. He comes back from his installment over there after 2 years and 2 weeks.
Ooh,
man, yeah, maybe you want to go back next year then.
No, I told him, I was like, "Don't you do this, Tyler? Don't you sign this contract?" He's like, "Go to Korea." He's been miserable for 2 years. That's why I don't really want to go. But so currently on our list right now, Raz and I are doing the government games. We're also planning on doing Copenhagen Ironman. We're planning on doing Everest. Also, dude, check this out. Have you been any interest in this?
dun, dun, dun.
Still need to find like we need to make some progress in that.
What is that noise? Oh, are you making that go?
Yeah.
Hogan.
It's a setup.
This
Suspense.
thing, come on. Tom Hogan, right here. Shit. Sorry, guys, for the delay. Dude, so check this out. This is the row across the Atlantic. Do you want to do this?
Yeah, sure. You can talk. Oh, see, that's my problem again. Yeah.
Come on, dude. 3,000 miles in a boat together? We'd have a blast.
That would be fun. I would do that as well. I would actually like to go around the world too in a boat.
Done.
Yeah.
I don't have a wife, but your wife would probably leave you if you said I'm going around the world in a boat.
No, she's pretty understanding when it comes to that. I don't know how long it'll take. I have to do a little bit of research there, but I have my sailing license. We can get going next week if you want. Well, I guess we have government games, but I have my sailing
After
license.
the government game, dude, we can leave right from that little bay right there and just go down around, have a great time. As my career is getting on the outside, I just want to do weirder and weirder stuff.
I agree. Yeah,
I
agree. I agree with you.
I don't really have like regrets. My only regret is that my parents didn't put me in football or something because I should be rich right now. But other than that, I want to just go explore the world. I want to go do a lot of weird stuff. The greatest chunk of time I've ever had in my entire life, and I'm still mind blown about it to this day, was this opportunity to go do this show Boundless. And we just started traveling around the world doing all the hardest races. And I failed most of them. Yeah. So on paper, it was this like really even inside of me, not just on paper, it was very challenging. It was emotionally destroying to just see how like weak and inefficient or unable to accomplish these tasks I was. But then I just think about it so fondly, like every single day. This is the only bike bib that I keep inside my house. Like I keep all my medals inside the gym, but I keep this thing as the one thing I want to go back and finish. And it's like the most incredible thing. It's those moments of absolute failure and self-destruction that you're like, this is life.
It's so true.
Hunter, how well do you think you'd fare on like the TV show The Amazing Race, where you partner up with somebody else and then you get clues, and you've seen the show?
Yeah, dude, I've been trying to get on the show The Challenge, Amazing Race, and what is it called, Survivor forever. And they don't want to let me on because I have a pre-existing, like I did a lot of television shows up until 2018. They're like, we don't want anybody with a past. And I'm like, well, I don't know what that means, but I would love to do nothing more than that. And now I've got a travel partner, Rasmus. I mean, it's going to be great, but I really want to keep on going with the flow of this thing.
Can you just give like a brief synopsis, elevator pitch of what the government games are, what you guys are going to be doing when you travel over there, and how long the event is?
Easy. We don't know. I mean, really, we don't really know.
MIB. Nobody talks about it. You're just going to do it.
Basically. No, I mean, we have like, honestly, I mean, I was joking, but kind of serious. We really don't know much because we haven't got much information. The only thing we know is like what they did 2 years ago, or like what they've done in the past. We were invited to this competition 2 years ago. And Hunter and I was actually going to be competing against each other on 2 different teams. Got canceled due to COVID. But,
how many people are on a team?
So now we like decided to team up, make it like we took the best people from both of these teams and we combined them into our team. That's basically what it did. But what would you say, Hunter? Like obstacle course, Ninja Warrior, and like CrossFit, functional fitness type of
problem solving, Ninja Warrior, and like fantastic feats of strength. Like it's not really that strong, but like we're pulling a gigantic rope to pull us across this gap, like on like a sled treadmill. You know what I mean? Like a sled track. But that's what I saw. And then like another example is they had us all do basically like equivalent of like a Peloton race. Like you're on these stationary bikes or Zwift, and it's all up on a screen and we're all racing each other. Your teams are all next to each other and you're seeing a screen in front of you and you're racing. And then another thing is you like open up this thing. You have to basically like take all these puzzle pieces and align them together so that the crank twists. And once you start twisting it, it opens up a door and it will allow you to get like poles out and you stick the poles into this thing and then you spin it around.
I mean, it sounds fun.
It sounds ridiculous, but okay, here's another one. This is another really crazy feat of strength that I witnessed. You put these harnesses on your shoulders and you all have to charge forward and then press a button. Everyone has to press a button. Now, the thing is like, I think based on the way that they design it, you actually have to lock arms because it's not possible to do it individually.
You have to lift the device up.
No. So like, imagine there's a box like right here. You're charging forward and there's a button on top of this box. And like right when you get here, it's so tight, it's almost impossible to move forward. So I would have to be like behind you, pushing you forward to get your button push.
Okay.
There's a lot of weird stuff. And the American Ninja Warrior aspect of it all is like, you know, you'll be swinging and then you have to like grab onto a block here, grab onto a block here. So my assumption is, and I could be talking out of my ass here, we start at 30 and then we go down to 4, 30 to 4 people, 30 teams to 4. I'm assuming
over the course of how many events over the course of a day? It's chopped down.
Is it day one or event one, Raz?
I don't think we know that, but I think it's day one. You got to be a day because there's 30 teams. They're going to take a full day to get like that narrowed down to like 4 teams.
Yeah. Well, my assumption is it's going to be like very big, open, raw type of tests rather than the super dynamic and intense types of tests, because you got to understand each and every single one of these lanes that they're putting us through could cost hundreds of thousands of dollars to design.
What you don't know is you just signed up for Squid Games too.
Dude, yeah, fucking right, dude. I'm going to turn around on them. I'm like, next thing you know, I'm like, hey, guys, follow me. And then all of a sudden, they're in the box. They're like, wait, how did we get here? I'm like, bitches. Yeah, so I'm just assuming that it's going to be raw and more body movement in the beginning. And I could be wrong, but just being that we put on an event for Battle Bunker and the amount of cost it put us and the amount of logistics it took to put on the obstacle course alone at the end, which is the most complicated thing in the longest period of time. You just can't take 30 times 6 is 180 people. Yeah. And then you also have, I'm assuming there's female teams there too, right?
I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. Like, that's a good question. I guess we'll find out. But I mean, even 180 people, that's a lot of people to bring through like a course, regardless.
A ton, dude.
Like
set up, breakdown, safety, briefing, all that kind of stuff. So we'll see. I'm assuming it's gonna, I mean, it's 3 days long, correct?
2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th. No, I think it's 4 days. I think it's 2nd to the 5th. I think it starts on the 2nd, right?
It's gonna be exhausting.
To the 5th, yeah.
You know what the craziest thing that a lot of people don't notice, and this is what I got really good at. And hopefully, luckily, this show's not this big, so I don't think any of our competitors are going to pay attention. But people don't get, and you probably get this, Raz, because you did the CrossFit Games, how dehydrated you get throughout the day and how little nutrition you get throughout the day, because you're just paying attention and you're not doing any, you're just like always focused, and you're out there in the hot sun, you're getting drained, and literally people will get cooked alive. And they'll be fried by the end of the day, and you will not recover before the next day. So when I was filming Broken Skull Ranch, I would be the guy I started wearing all black tights. Everyone would show up in shorts and shirtless and stuff. They're like, yeah, I'm here to fuck you up. And I was like, okay, dude. And I'm wearing clothes, full blown clothes in the desert because I don't want to get all that sun, all that sun exposure.
Yeah.
And as soon as I was done filming, I'd go back and I'd hide in a van, and they'd all be marching around with their shirts off, like, I'm ready to fuck you up. And they'd be dead by the end of the day. So by the time I got to them, they'd already defeated themselves.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah.
It really is. Just it's like there's so many factors going into competing, right? Like, and you're saying one of them, but there's so many factors, and it's so true. Hydration being a big one.
Hey, I want to go into, so we got a couple questions for you in the group, but I want to address some of these things. Leslie Winters says, cleansing the palate is always fun. Just make sure you properly replenish your hydration after a night of drinking. Nice, Leslie. That was informative. Marshall, why the move back to High Rocks?
Is that for
Bud,
me?
that's for you. That's for you. I got some poor information, which is probably largely my fault about the qualification process for the boat. So I have to wait a whole nother year to kind of compete and actually be able to qualify. So that sucks. And we're done crying about it. All right, Marshall. Marcus Wallace, question for Hunter. He previously said anyone who goes to Europe to qualify at High Rock is a pussy. Will he be trying to qualify in Europe? Yes, I will be. It's a double-edged sword on this thing. One, yeah, I do think it's a pussy move for people to go over and qualify, but I'm starting the season a little bit later, and I normally would have qualified through national championships, which would not be a problem. And we're already going over for the Dubai championships, so I don't really have a lot of opportunities to compete. The United States has like maybe 20% as many of the competitions as you do over in Europe. And then also, I think it's really important for me to just absolutely dominate and crush souls over there so that people can finally see the difference in the race structure over there. I don't have a doubt in my mind if I just have a clean training cycle leading up to this thing that I'll run a 54 over there. So that's my reasoning. Other than that, I've got nothing else to say about it. Are you sticking around in Europe for much longer?
Oh.
Like, would you like to come to a High Rocks with us in Sweden?
I mean, I would. I would actually. It would be fun to do one too. But I'm going to Denmark. I'm going to see my family and my nephew, I guess, for the first time after the competition. And then after that, I am headed back to San Diego because I'm going to meet up with Lauren. I haven't seen her in like whatever. It's been 3 weeks now, and when at that point, it's been like almost 2 months.
So this leads us into our next question. Lauren wrote us in and said, who's better at CrossFit, you or Lauren?
Are you making up that question?
No.
Are you actually? She's not. Is he listening right now?
Yeah.
Oh,
well, she sent us a comment in.
There's just, it's just super simple. Like you could just look at the stats. Lauren has her best place at CrossFit Games ever was 9th. Mine was 8th. I think that's enough.
Oh shit!
Straightforward.
In Fran, who would win?
Again, no doubt, it would be.
Yeah, okay. In a 1 mile run.
Also me.
Trying to think. What's a really good workout?
Whatever question you're gonna ask, I'll say me. I think I will. But just don't ask her the same question because I don't think she will agree with all of them. But no, we're both very competitive. Lauren's very good. Obviously, these days she'll kick my butt in almost everything, really. But we're both competitive, and like, Lauren's a really good athlete, and I don't know. It'll be a close fight. If you take her at the best and me at the best, I don't know. It'll be a good fight.
It's good to have a competitive household.
It is. It's healthy.
Yeah. All right, brother, man. We are going to head out of this thing. We just wanted to say thank you so much. Oh, here's some pictures of the government games. If anybody wants to get involved with what you're doing, I know you guys have Grown Strong. You have the clock business. You guys got some supplements. Where should people find you, research you, connect with you on a deeper level?
That's a good question. On a deeper level, you want to give my cell phone number so you can call me?
Yeah, I wouldn't do it.
The RAS hotline.
No, I would say, I mean, Grown Strong is really the main place, the main thing we have going on. So Grown, GROWN strong.com. That's really Lauren started that, and I spend a lot of time running it. That's kind of the main thing we focus on. So I'll check that out and just, I don't know, tune in. Like Lauren, I do not do much on social media these days. Like Lauren kind of take care of all that for us. So I pub up here and there on Lauren's social media, and that's about it. If people are ever interested in listening to what I have to say, usually people don't though.
Do you have an Instagram, Ross?
I do.
I tag Raz in it all the time, but I don't think he uses it.
No, I don't see it. I'm contemplating what to do with that Instagram. I haven't done much.
Sell it.
I don't know if you. I mean, 50,000 followers these days are like not worth much. So
someone's
maybe.
gonna buy it. When are you gonna cut down the mustache? I'm the only guy on the team who has a mustache right now.
Well, I mean, we can do it if you want to do it. We can just do it tomorrow.
This is what we've all been talking about.
Yeah, I'm ready for it.
Hempson's got here. Just how does Cole's face look?
It's getting long. It's getting long. He's complaining about how itchy it is. He will get there. By the time you go there, he will have a good mustache too.
All right. What about Seth and OJ? Have they been growing out their mustaches?
I'm pretty sure OJ is as flat skinned as you can get. There's not a single hair on there.
Dude, that immediately makes him the alternate. He cannot be on course without a mustache.
I don't think that's a single hair on there at all. Seth, I forget. I think he got one going on. I could be wrong, but I think he got.
I remember seeing him last time. He had a little mustache. I was like,
I think so. I think he does.
This shit's dirty.
Yeah. I'd be sad to take it off. It's been a little bit of like, I mean, I've been trying to grow it out so I can braid it, and I feel like I'm getting.
Dude, if you want to cut it down and keep the baby braid, and have a mustache into a baby braid.
Maybe like I'll just keep all this right here. Like just keep it going.
No, dude. We have to be in unison, dude.
What, like Cole who suggested the opposite? So I'll take everything off here. Like I'll just take a piece off. That's usually suggesting I'll just take a piece off here. So I'll do the opposite. So I'll take it off here and keep everything else.
So dude, if you cut this out, it would be like a handlebar up into the chin, into mutton chops.
Probably pretty dirty. I also think it's long enough where I can almost I can do some like
a handlebar mustache.
Yeah, there's a lot of options. I don't know. I'll do whatever we can do. We can play around with it.
I'm bringing a pair of scissors with me down. I'll be leaving the house at 3 a.m.
When, tomorrow?
Yep.
Okay.
That's how I handle my business, dude. I got to wake up early and I just got to hit the road.
That is true. I would not want to hit that melody traffic.
How long did it take you to get home the other day?
It was like 7 hours. Honestly, well, between charging the car and between the traffic, God, it did actually end up taking. It did. I think I'm not even guessing at 7. I think it ended up taking like 6 hours.
I told you, dude. I was like, don't leave right now. All right, peeps, we're out. Ryan, I'll catch up with you soon. Raz, I'll see you tomorrow.
Sounds good, guys. Have a good one. It was fun.
Adios.
It's a good song.
It's from the musical Chicago, but I tuned the we're still on, but I tuned it down just so we didn't get hit with like copyright on YouTube. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Made it a little bit deeper.
It's been fun, right? And it's good to see you. Like, it's good to meet you. Like, I obviously see here like Hunter calling you all the time, so it's good to put a face to it. Have a good one.
Good to see you. All right, bye.
Bye.